What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back to 5 Questions with Levi, with yours truly, ThrashManiac99, a.k.a. Levi McIntyre, and this is episode 22 of this epic weekly Q&A series. Again, thank you guys so much for keeping this series alive. We are almost to the 6-month mark. We're nearing episode 26, which is half a year. Which, holy crap, I can't believe we've been going for this long, and I thank you guys so much for asking questions every single week and keeping this channel afloat. But without further ado, we've got 5 more questions to answer. Yes! Space Metal Ferrari 248 asks, have you ever been stung by a wasp/hornet? If yes, how would you rate the pain? If no, do they annoy the fucking shit out of you? Well, I have been stung by wasps, bees, and yellow jackets in my life. I think the worst would probably be, the worst one I felt was probably a yellow jacket on my kneecap while I was mowing grass. I think while I was mowing the side of my house, I hit a hornet's nest. Or not a hornet's nest, but a yellow jacket's nest. And a yellow jacket popped up and just bit and stung my fucking left kneecap, and I can't really tell if there's a dark spot on my knee to remind me of that, because I did have a spot on my knee for a long time that signified that I got stung. But apart from that, I have been stung by wasps many times when I was a kid. I think I got stung once in the back of my head. That hurt like hell. Yeah. You're not alone when it comes to getting stung by a bunch of pests. It's just like some of the trolls in the comment section of my videos, how they're pests. Daily988 asks, what are your expectations for D-Burrito in the 95 car next season? I talked about this on Discord, in my Discord server, which by the way you can join by clicking the link in the description box. But aside from that, how do I think D-Burrito, Matt DiBenedetto, will do in that 95? Especially since they're going to be in a technical alliance with Joe Gibbs. I don't know. Perhaps he might actually step up and do some shit. I think, if anything, he's probably going to have a season like Suarez, where he'll get a few top 5s and a good amount of top 10s, but I don't know if he's going to win. But it does seem like they're going to treat Levi Family Racing as the new furniture row, and kind of build that team up into being a potential race-contending cup team, which I'm all for, you know. So I'm hoping that D-Burrito actually does a good job in that car, and I think he's definitely going to be better than he has been since he's become a full-time cup guy. So I'm all for D-Burrito, and I'm not just a bandwagon fan. I like D-Burrito, but I'm not like a massive fan of his. I mean, he is probably in my 10 likable drivers. If I were to do my video of like the 10 hated and 10 good in Cup, then D-Burrito would probably be on that list in the good side, but lower. So, yeah, that's basically that. But I do see D-Burrito doing a little bit better than he has been this year and last year and the year before combined. Jim78 asks, what do you think about Jimmie Johnson and Chad Knaus splitting apart from each other? Well, I have to say it's very, very bizarre that they are splitting that partnership up after they've been a crew chief driver pair for 16 years now. It's my best estimation as to why they're doing this is to help build Byron's team up as far as a crew chief driver relationship. Even though William Byron had Darian Grubb, who was a championship crew chief, I think with Tony Stewart, in 2011, I think. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, Chad Knaus, he's a great crew chief. However, I would have thought he was going to be with Jimmie until Jimmie retired, and then perhaps Justin Allgaier could have come to the 48 in a couple years. And because Chad Knaus has worked with Justin Allgaier last year, I believe, at Homestead. And, yeah, so it's very bizarre. That's all I'm really going to say. It's very bizarre to see perhaps the biggest bromance, apart from Ryan Blaney and Bubba Wallace in NASCAR, Chad Knaus and Jimmie Johnson finally going, woo, splitting off. Motorsports Fan 17 asks, how strange would it be if Daniel Suarez went to the 41 at Stewart-Haas Racing next year? It would be very strange. I don't think he's going to get that ride. I'm thinking the guy who's going to get the 41 is probably going to end up being fucking Cole Custer, and I do not want that to happen. Not just because I don't like Cole Custer, but also because I don't think he's remotely ready to come to Cup. Give him another year in Xfinity. If he wins the championship, then fine. But I just don't want to see him in Cup for the principal fact that I just don't like the guy. And people often ask me, why do I not like Cole Custer? And I always say, 2016 Canadian Tire. The way he was acting about finishing second to John Hunter Nemechek in a classic bump and run Rubbins racing deal. So it's like, come on, people. And come on, Cole. Fucking, you've had a great points day. Like, you wasn't wrecked, so just get over yourself. But apart from that, I mean, I guess Suarez could take the 41 because I'm thinking Kurt's going to the 1 car for Ganassi. I would love to see Truex get the 41 personally, even though it would be nice for him to go to the 19 because that's where Edwards was last, and it'd be kind of symbolic for 2 of my favorites of all time being in the same ride at one point. It's kind of poetic, but at the same time, I would prefer Truex go to Stewart-Haas, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But I could definitely see Suarez go to the 41, and if he goes to the 41, I really don't think his performance is going to improve that much, because he was with Gibbs, who are one of the top 2 best teams going, and he hasn't done jack shit. So there you go. If anything, Christopher Bell deserved to have that ride before Suarez. So, yeah. Blaze Life 334 asks, what are your favorite Spider-Man films? Well, my number 1 favorite Spider-Man film would be the most recent film, Spider-Man Homecoming, for the mere fact that they got Marvel Studios got Spider-Man correct, whereas I felt in both the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield films, they did not do it correct. It's like they did it's like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was a little bit too serious, and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was a little bit too goofy. They found the perfect balance with Tom Holland, and that's why I feel Tom Holland and Spider-Man Homecoming's the best thing Spider-Man in film has ever had happen. But if I were to pick a favorite from the other eras, I would say Spider-Man 2 from the Tobey Maguire era was pretty damn great. So, yeah, but Spider-Man Homecoming by a country mile was the best Spider-Man film of all time. And I'm very curious for Spider-Man Far From Home next year, where Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio is going to be the big bad villain. And also Nick Fury is in it, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So, there you go. And that does it for this episode of 5 Questions with Levi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as I forgot to mention in the offset, be sure to send questions in the comments section below for next week's episode. But without further ado, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching, peace out, and I will see you soon.